Yeah, he looks ready. All right, so Rob and George, tell us about your boat.
Oh, this is the Minnow. It's was a prototype build for the Ooze Goose design that Duckworks sells. It was designed as a collaboration between Pertaloo in Finland and Michael Storer in Australia. It is 7 sheets of plywood. The sails are made of tarps. The boom is a 1x3. I had to make into a boom a few days ago. Yeah.
What upgrades have you put on her that you learned from last year's race?
The main improvement I did this year was this box. The story with this is it's a waterproof box that plugs in to the breaker panel for the boat. And
you talk about this on your website, right?
yeah, I showed all what I did on it. If I can find, here it is. What I can do is I can put on my chart plotter on this tablet, and if it's rough, I can put this in here, plugged in, waterproof on the charger, and it velcros to the top there so I can have it and see it there. It has two 5-amp USB charging ports and 2 12-volt ports, so I charge my VHF and everything in there along with my cell phone, and then I just have that as a moving map chart plotter. If I gotta zoom in and do something, I can do the same chart plotter app on my phone in a little dry bag.
Okay.
The other improvement I did is gear I bought is I got a set of binoculars. Found a really nice, inexpensive pair that I'm liking pretty well. It's got a little compass in it and everything, and the range finder on it.
So there's a rumor that your dry suit's more expensive than your boat.
Well, actually, yeah. When I originally bought the boat, I think it cost about as much or less than the dry suit. Yeah.
So you only bought the dry suit to make your significant other happy?
Well, I don't like being miserable, so it's a good safety precaution. And Ocean Rodeo hooks up all the racers up with phenomenal deals on them. And honestly, I don't even go out in my Catalina anymore without bringing that thing along because it is just so comfortable. The key I found though to keep making it comfortable is your base layer and everything under it. What you do is I've got this merino wool union suit. It's a one-piece, slit for your butt when you go poop, and I wear that underneath it. It's super soft and comfy. I got merino wool socks, and then I have these homemade monkey pants pajamas that my wife made for me out of fleece blanket material. And I wear those under there, and then if I get cold, I switch out to a jet skiing PFD because it is thick neoprene and it is very warm. I would recommend anybody that's going to be out on a small boat, believe it or not, get a jet skiing PFD as a secondary because it's a nice way to just quick throw on a warmth layer without having to worry about, if you got a dry suit, you can put it on top of under it. It works.
Okay.
The other improvement I did is I replaced my tiller and rudder box. I broke mine last year sitting on the end of it. I got a grip on the end of the tiller extension this year off of an old Vespa. And the nice thing about that is now it's not a thin thing, so I don't get like a hand cramp from holding it because it's thicker diameter.
So what's the worst feature about this boat?
It's slow.
What's the best feature?
Well, it's nice and comfortable down below. It's you can go down there, get cozy, and take a nap. I've been living on it for about 2 or 3 days now, and it's a fun little boat. It does a lot with not a lot of materials or anything, and it's just a great little boat. Good little gun coal boat. It's got a lot of initial stability because it carries the beam all the way forward and aft. I'm basically sitting on the rail right now, and this is the angle it sits at. So because of that, it also can carry a ton of sail. It's got about 100 square feet of sail on a 12-foot boat. Which helps up to make up for the fact that it doesn't exactly have a nice piercing profile as it goes through the water.
All right. Well, are you ready for tomorrow then?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be.
What do you think about the weather?
I was actually, before you came down to talk to me, I was just about to go up and look at the weather models for one last time before going to bed and figure out if my plan to take it safe and go to Dungeness Spit and wait till midnight tomorrow to then turn across to Victoria was wise, or if I just say, just fuck it and go straight to Victoria, and if I get caught in 30 knots of wind, I get caught in 30 knots of wind. Because at noon, the current swaps, according to the last forecast I saw, at noon, around noon, the current switches and the wind goes from being 10 to 15 knots out of the southeast, which might only be 5 to 10 knots now, and it changes to 20 to 30 knots out of the west.
So that's an hour earlier than last year for that current swapping.
Well, the race also starts an hour earlier.
Right.
So there's that. And it's also not as strong of a current this year. It's only about 1.5 knot current off of Victoria this year on the ebb. You know,
Now,
which was more like 2 or something last year.
We heard about this Coast Guard cutter that's going to be out there boarding race boats. Do you think they can get a whole boarding team on this thing?
I don't know. We can try.
Boy, good luck tomorrow.
Yeah.